Hello friends, today we are going to discuss error handling during input-output operations. Some functions we use for this purpose. So these functions include the file end of function, the f error function and the p error function. So what are these functions and how these functions are used? Let us try to see this one. First, we will see that error handling in files. What do we mean by error handling in files? So, it is possible that an error may occur during input-output operations on a file. Typical error situation include trying to read beyond the end of the file mark. Device overflow means no space in the disk for storing data. Trying to use a file that has not been opened. Trying to perform operations on a file when file is opened for another type of the operations. So opening a file with an invalid file name. Trying to read a file with no data in it. If we fail to check such read and write errors, a program may behave abnormally when an error occurs. An unchecked error may result in premature termination of the program and incorrect output. Fortunately, we have two status library functions, f end of file and f error, that can help us to detect input-output errors in the files. Let us discuss file end of function. The file end of function can be used to test for an end of the file condition. It takes file pointer as its only argument and returns a non-zero integer value if all the data from the specified file has been read and returns 0 otherwise. If fp is a pointer to the file that has just been opened for reading, then the statement if file end of the file fp, if this condition is true, then printf, this statement prints end of the data, would display the message end of data on reaching the end of the file condition. Now let us see an example program that uses file end of the function. So an example program is like this one. In this example program, using first statement of the main function, file pointer fp is defined. Then next statement declares the I and n integer variables. Then fp equal to f open number.txt comma w. So number.txt file is opened in the write mode and information corresponding to the this open file is assigned to the left side pointer variable fp. Then for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I equal to I plus 1, using looping statement, data from 0 to 9 is written in the file. So till this condition is true, put wi, value of I is written in a file pointed by the file pointer fp, and once all the data, that is condition is the looping statement, becomes false, control comes out of the for looping statement and statement f close fp semicolon closes the open file. Then again next statement, open the file, same file but this time in the read mode. And information about this open file is assigned to the left side variable fp. That is the file pointer. Then printf statement prints file content is on the output screen. Then using the for looping statement, data from the file is read. That is till this condition is true, n equal to get wfp. Integer data is taken in and assigned to the left side variable n. If file end of function fp. If this condition is true, it means that all the data has been read and accordingly printf reached end of the file. This message is printed on the output screen and using the break statement control comes out of the main function. It comes out of the looping statement. If condition is not true, it means that data is still to be read. Then using the else part, read data is printed using the printf statement. So in this way, all the data from the open file is taken in by the getW function and assigned to the left side variable, and condition is tested whether end data is read or not, and accordingly value is printed. If condition becomes false that all the data has been read, then control comes out of the for looping statement, and out of the for looping statement close fp. This statement closes the opened file, and then get cs function just waits for any character to be entered through the keyboard, and in this way output screen where data is displayed is held. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one. File content is 0, 1, 2, 3 like this one, and when condition becomes false, reached end of the file. That is, this message is displayed. Now let us discuss about the ferror function. The ferror function reports the status of the file indicated. It takes a file pointer as its argument and returns a non-zero integer if an integer has been detected up to that point during the processing. It returns 0 otherwise. The statement if error fp not equal to 0, it means error has been occurred, and accordingly message and error has occurred is printed on the output screen. Would print the error message if the reading is not successful. Whenever a file is opened using if open function, a file pointer is returned. If the file cannot be opened for some reason, then the function returns a null pointer. This facility can be used to test whether a file has been opened or not. For example, if fp equal to null, then print file could not be opened. Now let us discuss an example program using ferror function. So a program is like this one. First statement of the main function declares the file pointer fptr. Then fptr equal to fopen sample.txt comma r. sample.txt file is opened in the read mode, and information about this is assigned to the file pointer fptr. Then if error fptr not equal to 0, if this condition is true, then error occur. This message is printed on the output screen. If condition is false, that is file is opened. In that case, put c t comma ptr. This statement try to write the t in the opened file. If error fptr not equal to 0, again there is a possibility that error may occur, that is this t is not written in the file that is opened in the read mode. Then this condition may be true, and then if this condition is true, error occur. This message is going to be printed, and naturally here file is open in the read mode, and when we try to write some data in that file opened in the read mode, error will occur. So this message will be printed on the output screen, and then once error occur, next statement is if close fptr, that open file is closed, and then return 0 statement informs operating system that program is run successfully, and when this program is run, we get the output like this one: error occurred. Now try to write a file in the read mode, results and error. Now let us discuss p-error function. It is used for printing an error. The syntax for p-error function is as follows: p-error is string variable, and at the end semicolon. Example, this coding statement file fp semicolon. This declares a file pointer fp. The next statement declares an character array that can store array is in it. Then p-error string. This statement prints error is. So when these codes are executed, we get the output like this one: error is. Now let us discuss an example program using p-error function. So an example program may be like this one. So first statement of the main function declares the file pointer fp. Second statement declares the character type array str, and in this array error is stored. The next statement declares the integer variable I, and simultaneously an integer value 20 is assigned to it. Then fp equal to f open sample.txt comma r. Sample.txt file is open in the read mode, and corresponding information is stored in the file pointer fp. Then using if else statement, condition if fp equal to null, if file returns a null value, that is if f open is return a null value to the file pointer, then print f file doesn't exist, that is meaning that file is not open. Else f print fp %d I, value of I, that is 20, is printed into a file pointed by the file pointer fp. Again if error fp, if error occurs during the write operation, then f error string F error string is error is, that is printed, and next statement, printf statement, error since file is open for reading only. Then control comes out of the if else statement, f close fp, file is closed, and return statement returns value 0 to operating system, informing that program is run successfully. And when this program is run, we get the output like this one, error since file is open for reading only. So in this way we discuss some functions while using the file, useful while using the file handling. That is, when we try to open the file may or may not exist. If we try to write the file that is open in the read mode, then error occur. So to handle this type of the situation, these functions are useful. So now we come to the end of the lecture. Till next lecture, bye and have a nice day.